the best teams in the league going at it.
Just excited. I feel like it's just another game for us.
Avs fans, the wait is almost over.
I want to say Avs in 5.
The Stanley Cup Final returns to Denver for the first time in more than 20 years.
To have this opportunity now, playing in the Stanley Cup Final, it's hard to grasp.
So this is a pretty phenomenal opportunity for Denver, for the state of Colorado.
Game 1 between the Avs and the Lightning is just hours away.
Well, we're hungry, we're excited.
We have team coverage with everything you need to know before puck drop.
We're looking to be throwing the champs, I guess.
We're playing the best. There's no Cinderella story or anything.
The group's really excited, and we just want to get this thing going.
We also have to control our emotions and play our game.
Getting on the ice this morning, you can tell the guys are ready to go.
Ready to go. Avs players are ready, the coaches are ready, the fans are ready. I've been ready for several days now, and the state of Colorado has their eyes on Ball Arena tonight. Thanks so much for joining us for Denver 7 News at 11. I'm Jason Grenauer. We are just mere hours away from Game 1 of this year's Stanley Cup Final. The high-powered preseason favorite Avalanche taking on the two-time defending champs, the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Stanley Cup itself is inside Ball Arena. This is video from Media Day yesterday. There's Lord Stanley's Cup all nice and shined up. The Avs are trying to keep that trophy here in Denver. It's been a long time since Avs fans have seen their team play in the Cup Final. It was June 9th, 2001, the Avs' last game in the Stanley Cup Final. And the last time the team hoisted the trophy, that was more than 7,600 days ago. It's also been 8 days since we last saw the Avs in action, which is the 4th longest break before a Stanley Cup Final game in league history. So this morning we have team coverage at 11. We want to start out with Denver 7's Brian Sanders outside Ball Arena. Brian, the Avs just finished up their final skate before taking the ice later on tonight for Game 1.
Yeah, final preparations underway, and it was an important skate around this morning because it gave us a little glimpse into the injuries that the Avs are still recovering from. Head coach Jared Bednar said Nazem Kadri and Andrew Cogliano are still day-to-day. No decision on when they might play. Kadri was skating without a stick. He's still recovering from that broken thumb in the last series. Coach Bednar also did not name a starting goalie yet between Darcy Kemper and Pavel Francouz. So keeping the cards close to the vest a little bit, hours away from game time, which I guess you have to when you're facing a two-time defending champion like the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is a team that has been a contender for a decade now. The Avs have been trying to knock down the door for the last couple of years, and this series will be a test between the Avs' high-powered offense and the Lightning's stout defense. Coach Bednar said he likes where the team is at mentally going in.
I feel like we've been preparing our team for this moment since day one of training camp. Plus the experiences we've gained over the last few years, and I feel like our team is on an even keel right now. We've got a lot of great leaders in there, guys that have spent, a lot of time in this league and been in a lot of different situations, and we've handled them.
Yeah, they've handled it well so far. They have a very business mindset right now when you talk to them, and you'll be happy to know as a fan that teams that have had a week off before a Stanley Cup Final do have a slight edge both in Game 1 and in winning the series. And if the Avs can pull it off, they would be the first since Wayne Gretzky and the Edmonton Oilers had a week off and went on to beat the New York Islanders in the 1984 Stanley Cup Final. So the puck drops here for Game 1 at Ball Arena at 6 p.m. The doors open for fans 2 hours before, so 4 p.m. If you're not going to the game, there are several watch parties spread out across the downtown area, and we want to send it out to Denver 7's Veronica Acosta, who's live at the Tivoli Quad, where they expect just as many fans there as they do inside the arena.
Get this, organizers say they expect roughly 20,000 people to gather right here at Tivoli Quad for that official watch party. If they couldn't get tickets into Ball Arena, you can always come down here and enjoy the game. Take a look at what we have going on here behind me. Not only do we have several of these beer tents, activity has definitely picked up over the past 30 minutes or so. A lot of people working to make this happen, but there are also a couple of screens here. We have one right over here, and then the stage also getting prepped and set by some folks and some organizers out here this morning. Of course, that beer tent you just saw, not the only one. There are several of those here. Now, take a look at some video that we got from earlier this morning. Again, some of that setup, what folks have been working on so far today. Now, the watch party here at Tivoli Quad is one of two that are planned. We know the other is over at McGregor Square. We spoke to a spokesperson with the Department of Excise and Licenses with Denver who told us that spot over at McGregor did get inspection today, so we're waiting to hear more details on what that watch party will really be like. But as far as the Tivoli Quad one, here's what you need to know if you do plan on coming down here. It is free, it is open to the public. The gates here will open at 4 p.m. So roughly about 5 hours until we get to that point, 7 hours until the puck drops. So that's really exciting for everyone out there. There are a couple things that you cannot bring in. For example, blankets and towels, things like that. This is standing room only. You won't be able to have a chair here, but of course you won't need that for the excitement that's really brewing down here. Now again, we just mentioned McGregor Square. We are waiting on some of those details, and of course we'll keep you updated as the day goes on. But as far as Tivoli goes, 5 hours till those gates open. Brian, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Veronica. It's also great for the restaurants and bars in the area and the expanded crowds, but we can't talk about the big numbers of people and fans that'll be down in one area without talking about safety as well. There are some important things to note about security for tonight. For Game 1, Denver 7's Christian Lopez explains what you can and cannot bring to the arena.
There are plenty of Avs fans and Lightning fans gearing up for that big game tonight, and whether they're watching in person here at Ball Arena or at one of those watch parties, safety is a big priority. So let's talk about what you can and can't bring through security here at Ball Arena. No weapons of any kind, no outside food or drink, no bags larger than 10 by 6 by 4 inches, and those bags that are allowed inside will be checked before you head in. They'll also screen people for weapons, and we're told that they'll be using new technology to make this process go by a lot faster. Something you definitely can bring tonight, of course, is your Avs spirit and your Colorado pride, and that is something that one fan we spoke to has plenty of. He told us he'll be at Game 1 tonight.
Everyone's been isolated, and just like the fact of being able to get close to one another and give someone a hug when the Avs score. Everyone wants to be happy, and I think this is just going to be happy.
We're told security will be ramped up at Ball Arena as well as those watch parties. Multiple law enforcement agencies are teaming up to make sure people have a fun and safe time. Reporting in Denver, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Thank you, Christian and Jason, as we send it back to you in the studio with the media gathering and with the Zambonis clearing the ice and the skate around. You can just feel the anticipation building for this series, and I expect for Avs fans at least, work productivity and sleep will be going down over the next week until this thing is settled.
Yeah, probably the amount of coffee, because I don't need anything to hype me up ahead of Game 1. Our Brian Sanders out there live all morning at Ball Arena. Brian, thank you. And of course, all of the people wanting to get downtown will definitely create some congestion tonight and throughout this series. So let's get out to Denver 7's Jessica Crawford with tips to help you avoid some delays.
If you're using RTD to get to the game or to get to a watch party, it's likely that you'll pass through here, Union Station, and RTD is making some changes, especially for the Stanley Cup. They say to be prepared for bigger crowds on the trains, meaning you may have to wait for another one if one is full. RTD is adding additional train cars to help out with capacity. The agency is also working with its contractors to make sure that it's well staffed. If RTD does have to drop trips, they'll try not to do that consecutively so that you shouldn't be waiting too long. When it comes to ride sharing, drivers say to expect to pay more because of surge pricing, but you can save a little by booking your ride earlier. Whether you're taking a train or an Uber, it's important to be patient with drivers and fellow passengers.
We just want people to be mindful and expect that higher crowds may mean more crowded trains, and you may have to wait for another train if the train is full.
And a lot can change here, so make sure that you're constantly refreshing your phone on that RTD service alerts page so that you can know about any changes when it comes to transit. In Lodo, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
All right, Jessica, thank you. Let's take another live look from Ball Arena. Inside, perfect ice temperature. Outside on the Tivoli Quad and bar patios throughout downtown, it will be just a little bit warmer today. Katie LaSalle joins us now. Katie, it's really just going to be that perfect night to get outside and watch some hockey.
No weather worries across Colorado. A lot of sunshine, dry conditions, and yep, you said it, temperatures will heat up. We'll be back in the mid to upper 80s for highs for the Denver area this afternoon. Clear, mild this evening. Temperatures overnight will remain comfortable. You can see from our radar and satellite, not too much going on statewide. Very little cloud coverage expected for the rest of the day. Your hourly planner, you can see upper 80s by 4 o'clock. Sun will be shining, and then sunset tonight around 8:30, 87 degrees by 5 if you're heading to the game, and by 9 o'clock, hopefully when the Avs take the first one, we'll be at 75 degrees.
All right, Katie, thank you. The Avs are going for their third Stanley Cup since moving to Colorado in 1995. Their last Cup win came more than 20 years ago, back in 2001. You can take a look back at the Avs Stanley Cup wins right now on thedenverchannel.com. Now, we know it could be a long series, and the Avs have not definitely won the Cup just yet. We asked Denver Mayor Michael Hancock this morning if the city is preparing for a parade.
We won't jinx it, but just know we'll be prepared if and when we're blessed to have this Stanley Cup come home, and we expect it to.
Have to win 4 games to hoist the Stanley Cup for the third time. That's the hard part. The easy part is actually lifting it, despite the fact that the Stanley Cup itself weighs close to 38 pounds. Now, it's named after Lord Stanley of Preston, who was the 6th Governor General of Canada. The bowl holds 209 ounces of liquid. Champagne. Some people have eaten cereal out of it. Now, the tradition of drinking from the cup, that goes all the way back to 1896. More than 3,400 names have been engraved on the rings of that trophy throughout the years. And players don't touch the cup until they win it. It's a superstition that a player who touches it before he wins it will never go on to win a championship. Now, Denver 7 is your home for everything Avalanche, the game included. Our pregame show is at 5:30 tonight with Andrew Heo live outside Ball Arena. We will have an army of reporters out there. Our sports department, pretty much everybody is going to be there. The puck drops at 6 p.m. You can watch the game right here on Denver 7. Then just stick with us after the game for our postgame show and for Denver 7 News at 10 o'clock. We will all be watching tonight's game in our own little superstitious ways. Coming up, this 8-year-old's tradition might just take the cake. Plus, it's going to cost more for car loans and mortgages as the Federal Reserve tries to slow down inflation.